Here's where we left off, and you can kind of see I got some rough edges, and you can kind of play with your composites, and go in and tweak. You can always do that. If you use masks, you're not destroying the actual image, but as a demo, I just like the control of the eraser tool. You can erase a mask as well, but that's totally up to you how you do it. Okay, so I'm ready to add some typography. Okay, so I'm going to use the type tool. Okay, and it will start out with whatever font you used last up here. You'll see right here I used BBUS, and actually I'm going to use that, but you can choose a font before you start. Okay, might take a second, but you can choose fonts and kind of pick what you want. But I'm gonna start with BBOS. So I like this. It's kind of modern font, and I'm gonna pick a color which is white. Now you can click and drag. That's going to create a text box. What I like to do is just click once, okay, and then just create a headline, okay, which is the easier way to do it, okay, and then you can just scale it here. So I'm kind of small right now, so I like to make that a little larger, so I'm going to highlight it, and then let's make it 72 to start with. Now you're going to see I have these two controls turned on so I can make this larger. Okay, I'm just grabbing an edge and just making it larger. Okay, now that's a little too heavy for me. I want it to be kind of light and airy, something like that. That looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, and you'll notice as we're working, it's going to name your text layer. I need to name this layer. Okay, always name your layers so people can find things easy, especially if somebody else needs to edit it. Okay, I'm just going to call it computer. Okay. Now again, there's 100 different ways to do this. This is the way I'm doing it. So I get students say, "Well, you need to do it this way." Well, you can do it however you want, as long as we end up with several layers and we end up with some typography, kind of like a logo. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for, because this is basically like a poster that's promoting your company. Okay, I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to bring it down in size. It's just kind of a tagline. Okay, you got to watch this. You don't want to be doing this. That's bad typography. Okay, try not to stretch your type out of proportion. So holding the shift key down while you do that will help not, scale it out of proportion. So hold the shift key down. Or what I'm going to do here is it's not really working for me, so I'm just going to take it down in point size. Let's say 72, and I just want this as a little tagline, and I might want to space it out a little bit just to give it kind of a modern feel. Okay, now you're going to see that there's this little palette right here. If you click that, okay, it will give you the character palette. Okay, now the character palette is how we control size and weight and all that. Well, I'm going to make this really spaced out, so that's my tracking right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take point size down. Let's try it about there. I just want to kind of get it the same, something like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so at this point I have several layers. I have typography. Okay, you really need to control your palettes as well. Okay, so these just click and drag wherever you want them to. Totally up to you how you do that. File, save. Okay, so this is still comp1 PSD. Now I want you to notice what size my file is here, because we're working at a higher resolution. If I were to send this, it's going to be pretty large. So what I would recommend is that instead of this PSD, is to save this as a JPEG. Okay, that's going to really bring the file size down. Okay, it's going to flatten it, but that's okay. And then I will take a screenshot of my layers, okay, and I'll show you that here in just a second. So I have a JPEG image, I have my original file, and I have a screenshot of my layers, okay. I would upload the JPEG and the screenshot, okay, and I'll show you that here. My other images. So in my demo, you'll see that I have, there's my comp right there. You'll see it's 10 meg, okay, and my screenshot, if I look at my screenshot here, there's the screenshot of my layers. So I would open or upload that. Those two will show me what I need to know, and it won't take so long to upload, okay. Alright, so that's your demo. If you have any questions, let me know. For your final project, I'd like to see at least 7-8 layers in there, plus some typography. Blend them together, make them look nice. This is all about promoting your business or your fictitious company.